Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, world. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen viewing us at this time. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on Morning Spring on Western Spring Television. This is truly the last day, and so we are very happy to be here. Femi Ojo is my name, and I welcome you to Morning Spring today, where we look into critical issues in the public space. We look through the various headlines in our major dailies, and of course we talk at the other side of that about issues going on in the public space. This is where we wake up every day to bring life to these conversations, because it's about this project, the project called Nigeria, that cannot fail. We can afford for this nation to fail in any way. That's why we have that constitutional responsibility, to speak truth through power and to hold anybody accountable in as much they hold a particular office, a particular, position in the public trust. Thank you for joining us. Dr. Isaiah. Good morning, Dr.
Good morning, Femi.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, dear Nigerians. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. It is the midweek installment of Morning Spring on Western Spring Television. This is where we make light of situations, going around in the country, and then, around the world at large. My name is Temi Tokweajicholaluwaula. Welcome you to this installment of Morning Spring on Western Spring Television.
Right, the newspaper segment is next. But before we do all of that, actually, 2 nights ago, it broke that Governor Ademola Adeleke has resigned his membership, although it was predated 4th of November. Actually, so almost a month now that letter has been written and maybe sent as well. The person who received that, the Shagba ward in Ede local government, the PDP chairman there, received it on the 4th of November as well, as stated in that letter. But that's not just about that. It's the fact that the PDP primaries, actually, whatever it's called, held yesterday at one event center here in Oshogbo, and it produced someone. So we learned the Turaki-led national working committee of that party came to Oshogbo and held a particular primary. I had to use that particular word, and one Adebayo, he has been declared the winner of that Guba primary of the PDP. And interestingly, right, politics is very interesting in Nigeria. When you look at the voting ballot, actually, of that primary, it had still, the purported winner, Adebayo Olugbenga Adedamola, and Governor Ademola Adeleke, the both faces were on that ballot. So at the end of the day, the Mr. Adebayo actually, was returned as the winner of that primary. So he had some figures, 919 votes, according to them, out of 957 accredited polls, giving him a clear victory, and we were told that 20 void votes were returned. And in fact, in the particular report, I saw a particular figure credited to Governor Ademola Adeleke as well, that, okay, this is, how much was returned for him. But the said man, a day or two before the election, said he's withdrawing. So who are those persons who voted for that Governor Adeleke? These are the issues. Interesting text there, but we'll look into that in the course of the program. But then the question is, where is next for Governor Adeleke? And his destination, how will he better his chances of being returned as governor of Osun State, if that is what the Osun people want, actually? So that's the big question. We have a lot of time for that in the course of the program today. But then we now have a nomination of the new Minister of Defense. As many persons have been pointing hands, at the former Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa. He has been nominated by Mr. President. His name sent to the Senate for confirmation. And I think in a long time, maybe this is when we are seeing a lot of Nigerians rooting for somebody, in that particular ministry, because many persons that I've seen have been saying, please appoint this man. Please appoint this man. I wouldn't know why, but people have their sentiments and their opinions or their reasons why they feel the new designate, that's Christopher Musa, will be a better Minister of Defense, maybe because of his military background, actually.
It's possible. Well, he has served, and people have, gone through his leadership. People have been under his leadership. So, and those people in turn have families. And so even if they may not be able to speak for themselves because of the constraints of their job, because of some, the rules and ethics that guides the, the profession, their family members would always resonate their voices and, what their wishes are. And those are just things that we see. And that's why people say that when you're given a position, make use of it as much as you can to better the lives of people and do your job diligently. And so that may be the goodwill, that the people are extending to him.
And many persons, even across party lines, I've been saying. One thing I see before we hit the headlines segment this morning is the fact that maybe it might work for him because he's not just somebody that has served as military chieftain and has retired, and maybe 5 years or 10 years after he's brought back, he just left the service, actually, like less than 2 months ago, actually. So most likely, he will still have the respect of many of his maybe contemporaries, many of his juniors who are still in service. If you understand what I'm saying, he just left. He knows them. All of them that are in service right now, they know themselves. He just left that rank officially. So, and of course, he has been at the battlefront. He has gotten many details from the government in power. So if he's now assuming this administrative role with a military background that is as recent as maybe a month ago, then Nigerians will want to say, let's give him a chance. Because he doesn't need so much briefing, like somebody that has left the service 5, 10 years ago, if you understand what I'm saying. Until he was disengaged from the service, he has been at the battlefront. And we hope this will be an advantage.
Yeah, that's actually where I wanted to
and we hope the political side of being a minister will not take over, his officer side.
That's
because there is a part. He's going to the ministries right now. He's not going to be giving orders. Do you know that? He's not going to be giving orders the way he used to give before when he was in the barracks. Now you are talking about technocrats, you are talking about politicians, you are talking about administrative staff, many of them with agenda and all of those things. We just pray that he gets the wisdom to do well, because that's one ministry that is very sensitive.
Well, once a soldier, always a soldier. The
but no
respect.
No more in khaki.
You may not wear, but you always be.
That's it.
You may not be able to back
because
others,
if you start backing others,
that's what it means. Once a soldier, always a soldier. You always get the respect. You always get the salute. You always get all of those things. And like I said earlier, the goodwill is there. The respect that he got, but not so much about the respect now. It's about the efficiency. It's about knowing, your onions, knowing what to do, when to do it, and how to come in. It's about the experience he had garnered, over the years. Like you said, being on the battlefield, being, in the administrative part of the job as well. So all of those things are the things that will culminate into, the results that Nigerians hope to see. And it should be, a lot of responsibility now is on his shoulder. It is different when people are not expecting from you than when they are expecting from you and you now let them down. So it is left for him to really, really take up the goodwill and use it in a very good light.
Right. We wish him all the best, actually, because that's the best we can do. Because if he fails, there will be a problem in the land. There's consequences for any failure at the defense ministry. It's not
and
like
he has seen predecessors to are they removed once you're not delivering.
Whatever good really is enjoying now, we hope
they should ride on it
to resort. And the reason why I talked about him not backing out orders is this: he can't. You are no more in khaki. He's no more obey and then complain. No, we are talking about civil servant. directors. Talk about the way these things play out in the ministry. We hope he will find the favors of those people. He will be firm when he needs to be firm because of his background, and he'll be diplomatic when he needs to be diplomatic. Whatever he chose to do, let there be result. That's just it. And I think that's one ministry that the government or the president, that is his boss, should give him a timeline. Actually, I think it's
and the rest of them too.
6 months.
Yeah.
To all the service chiefs, give me what do you need? Give it to me. I will provide it. I need so and so states to be clear, no more all of these things, or to the barest minimum. What percentage are we now? In the next 6 months, what percentage will be? It's not just to get up an appointment and the government has said we should keep the country safe. With what parameter? What are the metrics for delivery? These are the issues. We'll take a quick break. When we, return, you get to have so many of these headlines and more on Morning Spring today. Stay with us. All right, let's start the newspaper segment this morning from the Nigerian Tribune with the Nigerian Tribune. The Nigerian Tribune reps begin debate on state policing, other constitution review bills today. To vote on bills next Tuesday, Wednesday, before transmission to state assemblies. All right, dramas Guje fought on parliamentary conduct of Akpabio and colleagues. And press freedom, IPI blacklist IGP, 2 governors, honors DGDSS. Press freedom, IPI blacklist, Inspector General Police, 2 governors, honors DGDSS. And on the health scene, beer belly linked to heart damage in men study. Interesting. So, OE men, please do listen again. Beer belly linked to heart damage in men.
I think you need to really let them know that it is beer. The drink, beer.
Yeah. That, of course,
beer belly.
Is that another beer?
They may not know.
They do know, actually. But thank you for the clarification. Beer, as in shayo. The beer belly is linked
to heart. Are you serious?
To heart damage in men. So please take caution. All right. And top strip, ASU, federal government reach agreement on 40% pay rise, autonomy and funding. ASU, FG reach agreement on 40% pay rise, autonomy and funding. I'm sure many Nigerians and ASU members might not be too excited with this because we've had many MOUs, memorandum of understanding, memorandum of this and that, and all of those things. But they would rather say, let there be action. There was a time they said it's no more about the MOUs, but memorandum of action. Actually, that's what they need. Because many of these agreements was done, and it dates back to 2009. It's as far back as many of those things they are still fighting for now. So, not just about that. Oshun, Adeleke's new party to be known before December 13. Adebayo Imagi's PDP candidate. Interesting. As they say, life abhors vacuum. So something must feel somewhere. All right. U.S. lawmakers meet on escalating violence in Nigeria. U.S. lawmakers meet on escalating violence in Nigeria. And you have a picture there down here. And it is the picture of the executive director, Alex Aluzi, and chieftains of, UBA, actually, at the Christmas, theme party there. Of course, the Yuletide is upon us. And I've seen 1 or 2 places wearing new look right now with the ribbons, the decorations, the red and white and green colors, signaling that Yuletide is there. Actually, that will form the Tribune for today.
All right. That particular one that you took about the IPI now blacklisting the IGP. Right there, that's International Press Institute. Blacklisting IGP and 2 governors. Wow, that's serious. All right, on Punch newspaper.
It has to do with press freedom, actually. So maybe it's more like saying the IGP hasn't done well. Hasn't done well by, possibly his conduct around pressmen. And two of those governors that they talked about as well. Possibly they be high-handed in their treatment of our colleagues. And
you're left to wonder how, stifling of the press, has to do what it has got to do with the Inspector General of Police. But so many talking points. You can check the details of, the detail will be very interesting to see and to know. All right, the Punch newspaper has this to say. The banner headline says, U.S. lawmakers, Nigerian reps hold fresh sessions over rising insecurity. U.S. lawmakers, Nigerian reps hold fresh sessions over rising insecurity. U.S. Congress committees hold joint session. Nigerian reps to discuss rising insecurity. Tinubu meets service chiefs. That's one is, I'm surprised to still see that the U.S. and Nigeria still have something to do, together on this insecurity, issue. Just yesterday, the president, asked for help from the UK and France, or maybe it's that they're saying that, we know we already have the US on our side. Let's look towards the UK and France as well. But I was thinking they do not want the help of the US and probably looking to the UK and France. But this is clarifying that the US lawmakers, Nigerian reps, are still holding fresh sessions over rising insecurity today. All right, now we move to the top strip of the paper. PDP crisis, Makinde block, issues Wike others expulsion certificates. All right, right there. That's on page 3 of Punch newspaper this morning.
The certificate for expulsion. Right, original.
Of course, the certificate of membership. There should be a certificate of expulsion.
So when a member is expelled, you now invite the person to come and collect the certificate.
No, you don't invite. You serve them.
Serve them.
Yeah, the certificate.
And they will have to acknowledge and say original copy received by me.
You may choose to acknowledge. You may choose not to.
All right.
Depending on what side or whether you're peaceful about that or not. All right, to the bottom strip of the paper, yield tight. Local flights break 300,000 naira mark. Local flights break 300,000 naira mark. All right, that's on page 9. And those who are still seeking to use the local wing of, the airports, local flights are breaking the 300,000 naira mark. Note that. Marital dispute at Door Assembly summons Tubaba's wife. That's on page 4. And by wife, it's the member of, there's the parliamentarian there, his new wife.
Yeah, Honorable Natasha. Well, his wife, actually. I don't see the reason for new wife and old wife. A wife is a wife.
Many people don't know.
I'm not sure that's the case. But in this case, not just because it's Tubaba's wife, but, I was almost, because of these controversies around them, all of those things, that's actually none of my business and people's business, actually. But because they're celebrities, there's the fact that I was wondering, this lady is still a member of the Edo State House of Assembly. And I wonder the last time, I can't remember the last time you hear her as regards parliamentary function, actually. So now that she has been summoned, I think maybe it might have to do with that, because beyond being a celebrity and a celebrity wife, you are first a honorable member representing the good people of somewhere. And all you have been doing is junketing around. I think she's a new mother or so. Yeah, well, maybe she's within duties. Maternity leave or something. But, all the best to them.
Yeah. All right, Manpower shortfall may delay NSCDC's VIP protection rollout. Manpower shortfall may delay NSCDC's VIP protection rollout. I'm seeing another, problem there, and heads will begin to roll. Remember that the VIPs they reluctantly, or, not reluctantly, because they were recalled, but they were, complaining about the fact that, and they actually said in the papers that fear was gripping them and all of this. So now that the replacements for their security details are already complaining of manpower shortfall, I'm seeing a lot of problems there. How this is going to be a very, very huge problem. More fears will begin to grip our VIPs. And so NSCDC should do well to take care of the manpower shortfall so that our VIPs can have their security details. We do not want fear in our VIPs. We want them very confident.
Sarcastic and vintage you there. Because sometimes you might wonder if whatever the government is offering them now is not enough in terms of personnel. That's why we have private firms, private security firms.
You've been happy on that.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
We should use our national, the national benefits to this.
For the
use
public
what
good.
we have. Yeah.
For the public good, not for personal good, actually. Either
It's
you are being
public
sarcastic.
good.
Hold on.
No, I'm not being sarcastic.
Hold on. Either you are being sarcastic or you mean it in good faith. If actually you are someone in government, and I'm sure the VIP details that the IGP, not even the IGP, no, the commander-in-chief says should be retrieved. There are some persons that will still be afforded the opportunity. Actually, you can retrieve that from governors, deputy governors, of public officials who are still in power, actually. But you see celebrities, you see because you are one money misroad somewhere, those, yeah.
Pay me.
Yeah, I'm saying that, yeah. You don't know there are people that call money misroad. Okay, let's go ahead with these things. But if it's in your private capacity because you feel I'm Femi Ojo and because I'm open to attacks and I used to have 3, now I have 1 remaining. So my life is in danger. That money that I have, that thing that is pre-exposing me to danger, let me use that money to get 15 security details for myself. The Nigerian state should not be paying for your shenanigans. That's the way it should be.
Femi Ojo has spoken.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on with the newspaper review segment. I'm done with the Punch newspaper.
All right, from... All right, the Nation is next. The Nation newspaper, you must give us better results. President tells service chiefs.
Okay.
You must give us better results. Okay, I've spoken. President tells service chiefs. And I'm risking sounding like a broken record right now. You know why? When you don't give people KPIs and timelines, you are joking. It's like you getting a marketer and you say, okay, cover, I need results in Oshun. We have competitors or all of those things. I need results in Oshun or Yogun, all the southwestern states. And you ask the person, are you capable? What's your experience? It brings all of those things. And then you ask the person, what do we need to achieve this? And the person gives you whatever he or she needs, actually. And then you say, go and work. 2-3 months, you're not asking questions. No target. That's what they call target in marketing. You must be able to, what in next 3 months, where are you? Where are we? In fact, somebody, I think one of our guests, security analyst, Dr. Chusma, said, let them know, or let them sign, or let them have a pre-signed termination of appointment letter. Let them know. See, this is appointment letter. You have signed it. If you are doing well, you can stay as long as you want. The moment I begin to see weakness that is not from me and is not from you, you have no margin for error. I think everybody knows to be a minister, no matter how bad Nigeria is a luxury. To be a chief of defense,
it's luxury.
It's luxury. Executive council member.
It takes a lot of work for me to be member. There. They're not there to take tea. It's not a tea party.
Point at one that is not enjoying. Point at one person.
Those may be part of the benefits of working so hard to serve our country and their country.
Where's the hard work? Show me.
I don't know.
I don't understand you this morning. But let's go ahead. Yeah, that's the height of anybody's career in the military, to be a chief of defense. I mean, to be the chief, either in the army, military, and you'll have worked your behind off. I understand that part. But the moment to get to that point, that's the pinnacle.
Don't you know?
Hold on, madam. The moment to get to that pinnacle, there are so many things that you will enjoy. If you want to keep enjoying that, keep doing the work. Let there be results.
Yes, you may say that.
No, that's what I'm saying, actually.
Yeah.
And of course, it's not because when you get there, do you have your emoluments reduced? No. You are even made for life. Somebody who retires as a colonel, you won't get the same emolument as somebody who retires as a chief of army staff. Let's put it there that way. And riders experts set agenda for defense minister nominee General Musa. Now, the time that this man we have the session that he will have at the National Assembly, actually, I just hope that they will ask him the proper things, actually. And it's not a moment to be commending. That's what Seriake Dixon talked about. Everybody is seeing him as a rebel. When he spoke at the National Assembly earlier this week or last week to say, yes, the government is responding. But this is not the time to commend anybody. This is not the time to say, oh, we praise the president for bringing the Kwara abductees, the Niger abductees. Oh, our president is responsive. He's not saying that it's not working. But we are not there for commendation yet. And I think many Nigerians will believe it. I think I agree with him. Are we working? Yes, we must be working. But to say, oh, somebody is doing well, we are not there. If we are doing well, nobody should be kidnapped in the first place. Working on a Sunday. Somebody is commending the president for canceling his trips, including the Senate president. We joke too much. Ex-CDS faces Senate screening. Whatever is done in that place is called screening. I don't understand. Credit Corp deploys 30 billion naira in consumer credit. 200,000 people have benefited. Adeleke is set for accord as chaos rocks PDP primary. Wow, that's interesting. And Omar Kree's ambassadorial nomination gets full backing. All right. Igbinedion hails First Lady support on reserved seats for women. Actually, you know, this Reno Omar Kree, as I'm sitting here, I'm still getting receipts of many things Reno Omar Kree has said in the past, talking about how the president, according to him, has been a drug baron, how the president has been sick, you know, how the president is a sick person. In fact, he even said a sick president is a sick country. And where he said the president forged his certificate and all of those things.
It said he went as far as going to the school.
Yeah,
to
go and confirm. And possibly he had a change of mind. And then he talked.
No, he didn't have a change of mind at the time.
Oh, at that time. Then he talked about how the president, I saw a video of him where he had a couple of people shouting, you know, the president, Tinubu this and all of those things in London, actually. And now the man has been, what
being
did about
an unpaid mouthpiece, at least not on paper.
He has repented, actually. And then his soul is turned into Paul, talking about figurative expression or political change of mind. But maybe many APC persons might not agree with that appointment, actually, because they have accused the president of, oh, why are you always working with people that gave us tough time? I think APC people to say, these are people that were your enemy, including Daniel Bwala at some point. And they are now talking about, how about people that became enemy of people because they charted your cause? You are not seeing any of those persons, and you are now seeing these previous whatever. There was a video of Reno Omokri when he was asked, will he take appointment? Have you seen that video from Tinubu? Said never. No, he's not doing it. Many persons have reached out to him, you know, to have one or thing, and he said never. And all of a sudden, he accepted that nomination.
The video recently.
He accepted that nomination, and then he said he has the Christ-like forgiveness is what the president had exhibited. And although he didn't say towards him, that means the president can always forgive. That means can always do anyhow, say anyhow. And when the soup is ready, just bring your fufu and your apple.
You see, one thing I've seen this administration do, you talked about the fact that some of the president's allies have been talking about the fact that, I think he knows how to. That's one thing I'll credit to the president. He knows how to, you know, really live that word or that saying to the fullest. Where they say, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies even closer.
If it's enemy, please don't keep bandits closer.
All right, so he does know how to play that part. But then one other thing,
politically speaking,
politically speaking, one other thing that our fault with this administration is. When the people speak, you're there to be their person in active service. when the people speak, they're telling you what they want and what they do not want. And as long as it's not at loggerheads with the state,
it's okay.
which you should listen. The people need you to listen to them and do their bidding. In this case, many people, I'm talking about more than half of Nigerians, are against this nomination. And eventually, you're saying it categorically. Omokri's ambassadorial nomination gets full backing. Full backing of who?
Well, we don't know who.
The Nigerian state?
Well, we don't know who has said it. That's why you need it. To get all of that. But then it's
Femi, you and I know what this is.
No, I
it
don't.
gets full backing. I do. If you don't want to agree, well, people can always check out the paper for themselves.
Yeah, we
it's
are
on
reading
page
headlines.
5 of the Nation.
It's okay to
but
know.
Gets full backing. Full backing of who? It can't be the full backing of Nigerians. Nigerians have spoken against it. So of who? Who else?
Well,
of the nominee of the nominator.
I'm sure maybe one or two persons might want to pick up Reno Omokri when he goes for his screening at the National Assembly, actually.
Well,
but then
we hope they do. But we've said it. What gets done at the National Assembly?
What gets nominated? Yeah.
No, what gets done? Is it screening or praise chanting or what commendations? So those are the things. Those are the issues. We don't know if he's going to get screened.
All right,
So.
he's part of those names.
He'll make an appearance though, but we don't know if it's screening that he's going there to do.
Okay. What else? What else is he going there to do? There is a list,
let's see what
and his name has been submitted as part of those persons. All right, that will be all from the Nation.
All right, now let's move to another part of the papers this morning. Right here. Let's see some other papers if we do have. All right, that's the end of we've exhausted the papers with us this morning. That will be the size of the newspaper review segment for this morning. We hope that you've heard some of the controversial yes, right. And so we'll be taking this quick break. When we return, we get to the analysis part. Stay with us.